there is so much static. And what I mean by that is there is fear on the news all the time, right? Over these last 2 years, we've seen a lot of that. There is constant chatter through social media. There's actually static in electromagnetic fields and 5G and things like that. And there's lots of static in toxins that we don't even know we're ingesting half the time or are constantly exposed to. What do you say to people? Because if you have that much static, it's incredibly hard to hear the whispers of your intuition telling you what's right. And I have so many people reach out to me, even on social media or email, and say, hey, what do I do? I've been sick for a long time. What do I do? I can't answer that. As you know, it's not even as a practitioner, it's not for you to answer what's right for them. It's for their own body to show you what's right for them in a sense and guide you in a sense. But what do you say to people like that? And what was brought up even in the book for getting past all the static and getting back into a state of being in touch with yourself?
Well, it's funny. I follow you on social media and I see almost every post you've got yourself walking on the beach or, being out in nature. And I think that's one thing that you can do. You think about like uncorrupted nature as like this coherent field. And so I believe that has a transmuting effect on the static. And so if you as much as possible, you can take yourself out of the crazy life that you're living and put yourself in nature, like a coherent field, you're going to just come back in touch with yourself and kind of your unique sound. So that's one way. And then the other thing that I think is just mandatory, like to have a successful life and in good health, is meditation. So I think if you can develop a meditative practice and really truly engage in it and have it be, at least for part of it, because a body-centered meditation where you're just really tuning in, grounding your energy into your physical form, and then tuning in to areas in your body that feel a little off. If you're holding tension in your solar plexus, or you have a headache, or sore shoulder, or a stomach ache or something, you really need to tune into that and try to kind of trace it back to its origin and when it started for you and what you were doing at that moment. Were you having an interaction with someone that was reminding you of something from your childhood, or did it start after you slept next to your Wi-Fi router, or did it start when you ate something, or used a product on your body or something? So but it requires this kind of being very vigilant about your life and really, really just being enough in tune with yourself because of your meditative practice and your time in nature that you can start to identify when you deviate from like a sense of balance and peace.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at it, so much of the dissonance, the static, are these artificial type things, right? Whether it's EMF or fear or things you see on a screen somewhere all around the world. And then you look to nature for that order, that peace. And I think that's a big part. And you talk even about grounding and other things you can do to connect with the frequencies of the earth.